Biscuits and tea.
Ball team is like they're trying to get rid of the owner. No one wants him. No one wants the dude. Every headline is, "Can you please, sir? Could you please just leave? Could you please just leave?" They're like, Bill,
That's been going
Mr.
on
Snyder.
for 15 years.
We'll pay you so much money. Just leave. He will make money if he sells a team. He will literally make so much money, and everything stressful or wrong in his life will go away.
He doesn't care. No, it wouldn't, because all he cares about is the team.
Exactly.
His team.
Exactly. That's the issue.
Yeah. I would say he's a piece of shit. The only good thing about him is he will put money into the team. He'll throw whatever. He doesn't spend it right, but he throws. At least he's one of the guys. There's some owners that just try to skimp so much on what they do, but he's if he just threw his money out at people and then just let someone who actually knew what they're doing run the front office, it'd be all right.
Who's the richest NFL owner?
Jerry Jones.
Is he really?
Oh, dude, they're huge. They're like bigger, like they're top 5 in largest sports organizations in the world. Like they're.
I know they're huge, dude.
Manchester
I
United.
like that dude. I like his attitude, Jerry Jones. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about. Maybe he's
worth $8.5 billion.
$8.5 billion, Jerry Jones.
He's a president.
I like him. I don't know. Maybe
I'd vote for him if he was running for president.
Yeah?
I'd vote for Jerry Jones.
You can't vote for Jerry Jones.
Let's start the movement.
He'd have such absurd rules.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. What would Jerry Jones? What do you think his first law is like? What do you think he'd want to bring in? He'd move the capital to Dallas, obviously.
I think he'd probably try giving abortion the death penalty. Would be a big thing on his docket.
You think so?
I don't know. I think he's all about football. He'd obviously try to maybe try to globalize the sport. Maybe he would cancel all imports with other countries until they develop their own football team or something. Just something really drastic like that to grow the NFL. The world's most powerful sport.
You'd probably try to buy out every other major league in the U.S. and just dissolve it, just so football is the only thing left.
All right, I got a question for you guys. In 1989, Jerry Jones bought the Dallas Cowboys. The team is now currently valued at $5.5 billion. How much money did he pay in 1989 for the Dallas Cowboys?
120.
$2.5 million.
All right. Tyler was closer. B, you were so far off. It's not even $150 million.
What did I say? 120?
Yeah, you said 120.
You said 120 million?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. No, that's that's like kind of similar to what the Royals recently, I can't remember what they bought the team for, but they sold it for an huge return on the investment, like astronomical. It's crazy to think though.
The Royals sold?
Yeah, the Royals got sold by David Glass to a little gentleman who's an entrepreneur out of Kansas City. I think his last name's Sherman. I think they sold it for $2 billion, maybe.
By the way, you guys are wrong about Jerry Jones being the richest.
Oh, he isn't?
David Tepper?
Yeah. David Tepper. $14 billion.
Wow.
Oh, he owns Charlotte FC.
Charlotte FC. What? Which?
They're in the MLS.
I'm so confused.
They're an expansion team.
I mean, I knew they were working on this.
Apparently, they're in.
Are they? MLS is all over the place as well with their. Yeah, we're just going to have a couple extra teams 10 years later. All right, every state's going to get a team by 2025, and yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I went to Carnegie.
I'll tell you what, the league that has the potential to be like a huge return on investment like this, like you think about, the NFL. Everyone always just sees what the NFL is now, and it's one of the biggest sports leagues in the world, and teams are worth billions of dollars, and this, and this. But at a time, the NFL was not huge. It was like the USL. Like it was like a tiny little league, and the dudes were morons who worked normal jobs and smoked cigarettes on the sidelines, and it was not what it is today. But obviously, they've been able to develop these franchises, and all these corporate deals are huge now. And I was just thinking, although the other night we're talking about a league that has the potential to kind of take off like that, indoor soccer in the United States. Obviously, outdoor soccer has a lot to do to grow, but over the next 8 to 10 years, I think indoor soccer is the most consumable soccer product that Americans could really, again, get behind. You have all the research and the data from the 80s, 70s, how big it was then. With what we have now, holy crap.
I don't really think it's a fair comparison, though.
Why not?
The NFL.
Because
a huge part of that, not from when it started, like in the 50s, but a huge part of that was also like television starting to get more and more popular and everything. It didn't have all these things to push it when it first started. Where even now, just once the internet like popped up, and everything just.
I don't know, because I don't know enough about football's rise. I mean, I know basketball went through the same thing. A lot of those major sports that we talk about, obviously, and baseball's had the longest run, right, as far as the American sports go, before being legit. I mean, then there was split. Well, obviously they were splits. Black dudes were playing in one league, and then, But the problem you have now from the time, well, we do know, all of us here know of some indoor soccer players who aren't quite at the top level, but they happen to play in the top level. One of the issues you have is the watering down, though, because of the opportunities. Because in the 80s, so when my dad was playing there, do you know who he's playing with? So you got national team players, boom, one. Mm-hmm. All these Eastern European dudes, they're all super big national. Like the level there's, it doesn't even compare to what's there now. You probably have 2 or 3 teams in the entire indoor league with that type of level. That's an issue. If they can siphon, you need money. Honestly, though, you're right on the investment side. Though you could, the dude paid $150 million. You could pay 50 to 100K for a team and walk away with.
Yeah, like if you set it up correctly, where like you could get the right investors to come in and really inject good capital into it, so you can get good players and then start developing good media around it and kind of follow the esports model. Not so much about putting people in the stands and putting people there actually, but developing a streaming system that is viewable by people so they can then start using all kinds of gambling sites and all that kind of stuff, because there's so many goals, there's so much action, it never ends. Right. It's like hockey, and I think it's physical. It's kind of like, it's more like American football. Like, I really think that people don't know how much they would love indoor soccer and that environment when you get people crazy about it. That's fun, man.
Weather Dome. Are you trying to introduce the Weather Dome into a bit of
Yes. Absolutely.